that wasn't our brand of football. And, now sitting at 3-4, you look at a competitive division, competitive conference, we have a decision to make. I feel like you're staring down the barrel, but you can't panic. Got to stay connected and continuing to go back to work and just improve on the simple things.
What's the decision you have to make?
Doing the simple things better. Lack of a better term, nut up.
Yeah.
That's what we got to do. Because it's easy when things get challenging like this to, get frustrated, let your emotions get the best of you, and let those circumstances dictate your behavior. And that's human nature. Seek comfort, and we can't do that.
How surprising was this performance just with what you expected going in?
Yeah, I don't think there's a single person in this locker room that saw that coming. We believe in this group to achieve everything we want to achieve, all of our goals. But we fell short today. We didn't tell them to play. We didn't execute. And in this league, you'll be humbled quickly if you're not on the details.
Where did you feel like the sloppiness came from?
Where do I start? I think it's just collective. I'll speak for the defense. We gotta be better at getting out blocks in the run game, and that's everybody. Me as a backer, defensive line. I think in the pass game, the quarterback stepping up the middle and picking up a lot of scramble yards was really hurting us because it just was extending drives, and that was kind of the recipe of the game right there.
Like, what gives you the confidence that you guys won't let this kind of go the other way?
Just the men we have in this locker room. We don't have a bunch of individuals. We have a very connected team, a group that will hold each other accountable and believes in one each other. That's really what's important. If there's guys, we're going to cut on this tape, and if there's guys, I'm sure a lot of us aren't going to be proud of the performance we see out of each of us individually, but I know each man next to one another here in the locker room is going to believe that, he's going to get it right and going to have an outstanding game and rest of their season.
If there's anything to take away from the game, what is it?
I think as a team, learning lesson for us in terms of just understanding how critical every play is, how critical your assignment is, critical your preparation, and how you show up to a game and get prepared to play a NFL caliber team. And if we're not all 11 on every play, you end up with results like this. And definitely something to look into the mirror and as a team figure out how we can become more connected and become more be able to execute on a high level like we're supposed to be doing. I'm not worried. I think we got the right guys in this building, right coaches, right staff. Everybody in the building is bought in. We just got to buy in a little more and figure out how to get it done.
What was that preparation like this week? Did you feel like you guys didn't have it or the short turnaround?
No, these short weeks are tough. You can only do as much as you can. I know defensively, we tried to stick to stuff, we knew and stuff that we had time on task with. And it just came down to really preparation throughout the year. I think, you look at these short weeks, you got to bank on the stuff you did earlier in the year. And that just goes to show, we aren't as dialed in the stuff that, we're supposed to be good at all the time. So, it's just getting back to the drawing board and figuring it out. Figuring out how we can execute the things that we do really well every time and make sure that's not something we got to worry about moving forward.
After a game like this, is it something the players need to say to each other internally, something a coach needs to say, or where do you guys go from just picking up that momentum to get back where you need to be?
Yeah, I think if you leave things unsaid, that's just being around the bush. We're all grown men. We're all understand what's that task and what our job is, and we get paid to win football games, and we don't get paid to just be out here and just to lose and put up performances like that. So yeah, there will be things said. I mean, we got nobody thin-skinned over here. Everybody's here, bought into the process. Everybody wants to win, and whatever we got to do, whatever we got to say, whatever we got to do to buy the group in, and bring everybody, all 53 guys plus our practice squad in, and bought into the process and be able to trust the process. That's what we got to do.
Josh, how does it affect you guys when you do have a quarterback like Justin Herbert who can extend plays with his legs?
I mean, that's the league. That's what the league's turned into, and we got to figure out how to get these mobile quarterbacks, these running quarterbacks on the ground, and stop extending plays. We can have the best play we can, and we can play it exactly how we're supposed to play it. But if the play extends, and things that get uncovered that we can't prepare for, things like that happen. That's just the result. So. I'm sure we'll figure out a way to get that done. I mean, this is what the league is. We play. If you look at our schedule, we're going to play two of the best mobile quarterbacks at some point this year. So we'll just have to figure out what we do well and when we play against those quarterbacks. I mean, we did get them on the ground a couple times, so it's just a matter of doing those things more consistently so we don't have a result like that.
Is it a little alarming? I mean, high expectations for the team that we're just 7-8 weeks into the season. You're talking about, team discussions and soul-searching, things like that, which we might not have expected from this team at this early in the year.
Yeah, I mean, you never want to be in a spot like this where you're under 500, especially with the team we had coming into the season on paper, and the expectations we have for this team. Definitely didn't want to be 100 at any point. I'd say it's alarming. I think it would be more alarming if we weren't having those conversations, if we weren't banding together, and we weren't trying to figure out a solution to get these wins. I know there's some teams out here in this league who fight against each other, and at the end of the day, we know on this team we're fighting with each other. And whether that's if we lose every game for the rest of the year, if we win every game for the rest of the year, as long as we can go into every game saying we got each other's back and we're playing for each other, that's all we could do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In that stint and then coming back in and working with him today?
Jordan's done a great job. He's very versatile, tough runner, hard to bring down, and I think it's just when both of us are together, it's even added more. So definitely love being able to team up with him and give defenses some trouble.
What lessons can this team take from this loss today and just being at this point in this season?
Definitely. Just look to your right, look to your left, and know that's who's with you, and just better execution, hone in on the details, and kind of treat every play as if it's a one-play battle. And when you're one play, don't think about 2 plays ago or don't think about 2 plays ahead. Just be where your feet are in that time, and I feel like we'll get it figured out and we'll be okay.
What gives you the
Straight after this one, what's the most frustrating part about this loss?
I mean, just losing the way we, lost. Just, coming off of last week, just trying to, get that quick turnaround and get that bad taste out of our mouth, and we're left with the same taste, So it's just frustrating, just going out there and performing the way we've been performing and not putting up points and not, getting stops. That's all a team effort, and we're just not doing enough.
As a leader, what do you say to your team to kind of kickstart you guys?
Of course, keep our head up, and of course to attack, what's in front of us. To not allow the adversity and not allow the losses to really hinder us, and to really get in our way of what's in front of us. So it's just not really about reflecting on the bad things and reflecting on the loss. This is all about what we're going to do forward and what we're going to do, this upcoming practice, this upcoming week, and just trying to attack it head on and see where it takes us.
You've been a part of some tough teams with some tough losses. When you guys pulled out, what was the one thing that you saw that pulled you guys out of those ruts?
Being together as a team. Just kind of leaning on one another, and of course just going out there with that effort mentality, and see it where it takes us. We feel like we have the players on this team. We feel like we have great coaches, the good schemes. It's just all about every single body out there on that field doing what they need to do and executing at the fullest potential.
executing is talked about a lot and the word used a lot. I guess, what do you have to do to get this team and get everyone to 100% execution?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, with the game of football that we play. It's 11 people out there that's trying to do a job, and it's very difficult, especially on offense, because if all 11 people are out there and 10 doing their job and one person mess up, it can mess up the whole entire play. It can mess up the whole entire drive. That's the crazy part about football, and that's reality of it. And we can't really, make excuses and rely on everything that just fall in our lap. We got to go and take it. We got to go. We got to find that urge to make something change around here and figure out what we need to do to get the wins coming instead of the losses.
How surprising is it to you that this team is where it's at right now at 3-4?
Yeah, I mean, very surprised, just with the talent that we have out there on that field, on offense, on defense, special teams. I'm definitely surprised, but, it's a part of the game. It's a part of football. It's not really something that, we got to look backwards for. We just got to think about what we need to do to change this thing around and figure out it fast. Thank you. I appreciate it.